Hello students. Hello students. I am Pallab Darbari. Welcome you all in my YouTube channel Pallab Darbari Classes. In this video, I will discuss macroeconomics class 12th. The name of the chapter is National Income Accounting. This is my 9th video on the topic National Income Accounting. Let us start the video. In this video, I will discuss the value added method. Let us start the value added method. What is value added method? Let us see. The other name of the value added method is the product method. What is the other name of the value added method? The other name of the value added method is product method of measuring national income. Value added approach measures the national income by estimating the contribution made by each of the production unit in the economy to the total production within the domestic territory of a country during a period of 1 year. What we do under the value added method? Under the value added method, we calculate the contribution made by each of the production unit in the total production within the domestic territory of a country during a period of 1 year. In the value added method, we are using the word value added again and again. Let us see what is the meaning of the value added. Always remember the production process. We know that the production process involves different stages of production. We know that the production cannot be completed in a single stage. To manufacture the product has to gone through different stages of the production. The production involves the use of various factor inputs like land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, as well as it also uses the non-factor inputs such as raw material, transportations, etc. The use of such factor inputs and the non-factor inputs in the production is called intermediate consumption. So what is the use of non-factor inputs and the use of factor input, collectively called intermediate consumption. And always remember, with the use of intermediate consumption, the goods undergo transformation and thereby the value is added at each successive stage of the production. So by the use of input, what happens? With the help of inputs, the goods undergo transformation and thereby the value is added to each stages of the production. The value added on a goods refer to the increase in the value of the goods at each successive stages of production. I hope the point is clear. And how we calculated, what is this one? It will be much more clear through this equation. Value added means what? It means the total value of the output minus total value of the intermediate consumption. So what is value added? Value added means how much value is being added in the raw material. That is the total value of the output minus intermediate consumption. The thing will be much more clear through this numerical example. There are 4 stages. First one is, under the first stage the cotton farmers come, second stage the weavers come, third stage the retail textile industry comes, and the fourth stage the retailers comes. Clear? The cotton farmers purchase the seeds and they cultivate cotton at the price 500 rupees. The cotton farmer sell the cotton to the weaver. Weaver use the cotton, prepare the clothes and sell it to the textile industry. The textile at 700 rupees. The textile industry stitch shirt and sell to the retailers at the price 900 rupees. The retailers sell the same thing to the final consumer at 1100 rupees. Here we have seen the price of the seed is 100 rupees. So by the use of 100 rupees, the cotton farmers added the value to the seed 400 rupees. He has added the value. Then he sell it to the weaver. Weaver convert the cotton to the cloth and he sell the same thing to the textile industry at 700 rupees. So how much value he has added? He has added the value 200 rupees. How we have calculated it? 700 minus intermediate consumption. Okay, that is 500 rupees. The textile industry use the cotton, convert to the shirt, So how much value he has added? Textile industry has purchased in 700 rupees. So he has added 200 rupees. He sell it to the retailers. Retailers sell same shirt to the final consumer in 1100 rupees. So how much value he has added? 200 rupees. So under the value added method, what we do, we add up the final values of the goods. It means we add 400 rupees, 200 rupees, 200 rupees, 200 rupees, and the total is 100 rupees, 1000 rupees. So under the value added methods, we calculate the national income by adding up the final values of the goods. Clear? Now let us discuss the different stages of the production. Now let us discuss the different stages that we considered under the value added method. The first stage is that we identify and classify the production unit. So here we classify how many units are there, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have classified, the first step is classify the production unit. How many units are there? 4 units are there. Firstly we have to classify it. The second step is that we have to calculate the gross domestic product at market price. The question is how to calculate it? GDP MP. The formula is value of output minus intermediate consumption here we can see 500 rupees value of output, intermediate consumption is 100. So value output is this one, value added is this one, value added is this one, value added is this one, and the gross value added is, that is gross value added or GDP MP, both are the same thing. Collectively it is called gross value added and individually it is called value added. So value added in the case of farmer is 400 rupees, value added in the case of weaver is 200, value added in the case of textile industry is 200, value added in the case of retailer 200, and the gross value added is 1000 rupees. This is the second stage. Now let us see the third stage. Under the third stage, what we have to do is we have to calculate the domestic income. When I say domestic income, what it means? It means that I have to calculate NDP FC. How to calculate NDP FC? That is GDP MP. From the GDP MP, we have to deduct depreciation and we have to deduct net indirect taxes. Third stage is that I have to find out the net factor income from abroad. How to find out the net factor income from abroad? That is FIFA minus FITA. So here we have calculated NFIA, and in the domestic income, that is NDP FC, I just add up the value of NFIA and then we will get national income, that is NNP FC. That is the fourth stage. I hope all the 4 stages are clear. Let us see and let us discuss the precautions regarding calculation of the national income by the value added method. Under the value added method, certain precautions we have to follow. What are the precautions? Let us see. The first is the value of the sale and the purchase of second hand goods are not considered. The question is why it is not considered? Because the value of these goods was included in the national income in the accounting year in which they were produced. I mean, we will not consider the value of the second hand goods. Why we will not consider? Because at the time of its production, it was already considered. If I consider it again, there will be double counting. That is the first precaution I have to take. The second precaution is, although the value of the second hand goods is not included, but the brokerage and the commission paid to facilitate the sale or the purchase should be considered. We will not consider the sale and purchase of second hand goods, but the brokerage and the commission should be considered. Third precaution is, only the value of the final goods and services is included in the estimation of value added, and the value of intermediate good is not included. Why? Because the value of intermediate good is already considered. Clear? The fourth precaution is, at times the producers or the firm keep a certain portion of the output for self consumption. Such goods should be included in the estimation of national income. It means that the goods which the producers are keeping for self-consumption should also be considered. That is the fourth precaution. Fifth precaution is the imputed rental value of the owner occupied house should be considered. Why? Because it has a rental value. The sixth precaution is some of the services which are for self-consumption should not be considered. For example, teacher teaching his own son, mother cooking the food, these are not considered. The question is why these are not considered? Because it is very difficult to estimate the market value of such services. We can't find out the market value of self-occupied, self-consumed goods. It is very difficult to find out the market value of such services. That is why the services that are meant for self-consumption is not considered. Now let us discuss the next important topic, that is the problem of double counting. Listen, the double counting refers to counting of an input more than once while passing through different stages of the production. What is double counting? It means considering the value more than once while passing through different stages of production. That is called double counting. Try to understand it with the example. In these stages of production, we can see that here three stages of the productions are there. This is the first stage, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth one. Under the first stage, the cotton farmer has valued the goods 500 rupees. The price which he paid for the seed is 100 rupees. Here in 500 rupees, the value of the seed is already included. The true value is 400 rupees. So under 500 rupees, the value of the seed is included, yes or no? The weaver has valued 700 rupees. Here the 500 rupees already considered. In the case of textile industry, they valued the goods at 900 rupees. Here 700 rupees already considered, is already included. In the case of retailer, he valued the goods as 1100. Here 900 rupees already included. So here we can say that in every value of the output, the value of the intermediate is already considered. If we will not remove it, there will be the problem of double counting. Just to remove the problem of the double counting, we are having two methods. One is only consider the value of the final output, that is only consider the price at which the good is being sold to the final consumer, that is 1000 rupees. Or the second option is, or only consider the value added in each stages of the production, that is 400, 200, 200, 200, and the final value is 1000 rupees. These are the two methods by which we can avoid the problem of double counting. I hope the point is clear to everyone. Dear viewers, if you like the video, please spread the video as much as you can. During this pandemic time period, there is appeal, stay home, stay safe, and one thing more, don't forget to wear mask. Om Shanti.